morning, everyone. Is everyone ready? Of course, you're here at the Atlanta Police Department. We're here to discuss a recent homicide that took place in the city of Atlanta as well as Woodstock. This press conference will start off with the mayor of the city of Atlanta, Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. Thank you. Mayor Bottoms.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'd first like to begin by offering my condolences to the family, friends, and colleagues of those who were killed and injured on yesterday. I can't say enough about the seamless coordination of law enforcement, many of whom you will hear from this morning. We have joining us Chief Rodney Bryant from the Atlanta Police Department, Deputy Chief Charles Hampton from the Atlanta Police Department, Lieutenant Mark Rowley from the Georgia State Patrol, Sheriff Frank Reynolds from the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office, Captain Jay Baker from Cherokee County Sheriff's Office, FBI Special Agent in Charge Charles Hacker, Kurt Erskine, Acting U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Georgia. You won't hear from all of them, but you will hear from some of them this morning to provide additional details. Yesterday was a tragic day across our state. As many of you all know, there were several victims who were tragically killed on yesterday, and our thoughts and prayers remain with those families. Whether it's senseless violence that we've seen play out in our streets or more targeted violence like we saw on yesterday, a crime against any community is a crime against us all. I've been in contact with the White House. I spoke with someone last night and again this morning. Of course, President Biden offers his full support and concern to our great state, and the White House has offered to support us with any additional resources and support that we need as we continue not just this investigation, but as we continue to deal with the spike in crime that we have seen since this pandemic began. Again, the coordination of law enforcement was spectacular on yesterday. This was a tragic day with many victims, but thankfully the suspect was quickly apprehended. And as I was talking with Special Agent in Charge, Chief Hacker, as we were coming in, he was sharing that he's not had better coordination with the Atlanta Police Department than he has had as of late. And certainly we thank the State Patrol, Cherokee County, and I believe it was Crisp County, where the suspect was apprehended, and all of our partners and stakeholders throughout the state who assisted with this the apprehension of this suspect. I will now turn it over to Chief Bryant to share additional information, and we will hear from our other law enforcement representatives to share more details on what happened on yesterday and where we stand today.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We will present in the chronological order so that we could better inform you on how things played out. So we'll start off with Sheriff from Cherokee County, Sheriff Reynolds from Cherokee County, and then it will go to me. We both have our investigator leads that could go into more details as a result of what happened and what transpired through the investigation. I think that it's important that we first acknowledge the fact. I know that we've received a number of calls about, is this a hate crime? We are still early in this investigation. So we cannot make that determination at this moment. Again, we are very early in this investigation. Even though we have made an arrest, there's still a lot more work to be done. And so with that being said, I just wanted to make sure that I know that that's going to be a concern and that you were probably asking that of many of us. We are just not there as of yet. Again, so thank you all, and we'll start with Sheriff Reynolds Cherokee County.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Mayor Bottoms. So we got a call about 4:55 yesterday afternoon of shooting in the Bells Ferry 92 area of southwest Cherokee County. Our deputies responded and found multiple gunshot victims. We were able to quickly identify a potential subject from video footage. Captain Jay Baker is here with me. He's going to be able to answer some questions as well. We were able to put that out on our social media. Shortly thereafter, we were contacted by members of the family indicating that may be their son, and so we met with them. And I was there speaking with the family. They're very distraught, and they were very helpful in this apprehension. We were able to track his phone. Sheriff Billy Hancock from Crisp County is a fellow sheriff and good friend of mine. I reached out to him, anticipating the movement into his county. He was able to coordinate with the Georgia State Patrol and set up a position to intercept our suspect, and that's precisely what they did, a coordinated effort. Sheriff Hancock coordinated with the Georgia State Patrol to quickly pit the vehicle in order to prevent a pursuit. I'd like to echo the mayor and the chief in that it was a lot of collaboration between our police departments, the sheriff's office, and the FBI. FBI has been fantastic. They always are. Anything that we needed, they were there throughout the night. And our community. I mean, we're mostly a bedroom community. And I think last year we had one murder. We don't have a lot of crime in that area, so this is a shock to all of us. Captain, am I missing anything?
Just think about some of the comments he made.
We did interview him last night. He is currently in our facility at the Cherokee County Adult Detention Center. We were able to interview him with the Atlanta Police Department and FBI. He made indicators that he has some issues, potentially sexual addiction, and may have frequented some of these places in the past. But as the chief indicated, it's still early on. We still have a lot of things to process, and so he should be at an arraignment tomorrow at some time, early morning to late morning, and we will keep you up to date. We have a press release that Captain Baker has put together, available to our media folks. If you don't have that, I think we have some printed copies that he'll be happy to give to you. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have at the moment.
So are you saying, when you talk to the suspect, he says he has a sexual addiction, but I'm sure you asked him, was this racially motivated? Was this racially motivated?
As the chief indicated, it's still early, but the indicators right now are it may not be. It may be targets of opportunity. Again, we believe that he frequented these places in the past, and may have been lashing out, and part of that is in your media packet as well.
But the working theory is a sexual addiction issue rather than a racial profile.
During our interviews, we asked that specific question, and that did not appear to be the motive. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. I'll turn it over to the next person.
So on yesterday at 5:47, our units responded to 1916 Piedmont Road on a robbery call. Upon arrival, they discovered 3 females shot inside this location. While investigating that location, they received another call at 1907 Piedmont Road, where they found another female shot inside that location. Both locations were massage parlors. And at that time, we recognized that we had information previously put out by Cherokee County that they had a similar incident occurring in their jurisdiction. Immediately, the sheriff and I and the chief in that jurisdiction started having conversations, trying to bring things together. As we stated earlier, the collaboration between the different our local and state partners, we immediately start having conversations to coordinate our efforts to determine who the subject that we were looking for. I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the quick response of the Sheriff Department identifying, getting their photo and putting that picture out so that we could get a quicker response in identifying the person that was the suspect in this type of incident. Once we were able to get our information and gather our information, coordinate with Cherokee County, we immediately put that out metro-wide, having conversations, again, as I stated, with our federal, state, and local partners. All immediately asked what could they do. All resources immediately started getting involved so that we could bring this to a quick closure. And from that, I'll turn it over to Georgia State Patrol, who concluded with the arrest.
Good morning. Yesterday afternoon, after the two incidents occurred here in Fulton and Cherokee counties, there was a lookout put out. There was also intel given. Our GEMA liaison and GEMA and Homeland Security liaison sent out emails letting us know a potential area where the suspect's vehicle may be. The sheriff of Cherokee County reached out to his partner down in Crifts County, who reached out to the Georgia State Patrol in Cordele, and we had a trooper monitoring traffic on I-75 South. The trooper observed the suspect's vehicle traveling south. He started following the vehicle and waited for backup, which included 2 other Georgia State troopers, as well as the sheriff of Crist County and some of his deputies. They initiated a traffic stop and then immediately pitted the vehicle. After the vehicle was pitted, the suspect was taken into custody without further incident and transported to the Crist County Jail.
I do want to add one thing that was not mentioned. I believe Captain Baker shared with us that they determined that the suspect was on his way to Florida, I believe, and perhaps to carry out additional shootings. So again, it really speaks to the coordination and the quick response from law enforcement. For as tragic as this was on yesterday in Metro Atlanta, this could have been significantly worse. And again, I can't express enough my gratitude for the coordination, and the public as a whole should be grateful that this suspect was quickly apprehended, because it is very likely that there would have been more victims on yesterday.
Can you explain a little bit more about what the locations were that he targeted? The sheriff mentioned he had a sexual addiction. Were they places where somebody could have sexual encounters, or were they more traditional spa-like venues?
We are not about to get into victim blaming, victim shaming here. As far as we know in Atlanta, we not had any calls, 911 calls from that location. I believe one minor call on someone stealing some keys. So